I want to talk about Mary Surratt.
Yeah.
I want to know, I had never heard the story, and it's obviously this huge connection with our history. So where did you first hear about it? Or
3.5 years ago or so, Barnes and Noble bookstore, a bookstore. I just saw
a generic bookstore.
Yeah, a generic bookstore.
saw the presentation of books there, Lincoln Assassination. And I've always been a Kennedy and Lincoln Assassination buff to some degree. And anyway, it caught my attention, and then I'm like, wow, how did I miss the whole Mary Surratt, her son John Surratt, her daughter
Yeah,
Anna,
it's this
and the other
huge, I mean, they're
three.
plugged in at every element of the assassination plot.
I'm like, how did I miss that in all my readings? Well, anyway, I just became fascinated for a very short time, because first of all, period piece means you don't do it.
Exactly.
At least when you're at, the budget level that we, or have been working at. So I shelved it for, 2.5 years and did Rachel and Life in the meantime, because they're doable budgetarily. And you know what, once I got done with those two, I came back to the Mary Surratt story, because again, the visual of her on the gallows was just haunting. And so the more I thought about it, the more I just started to think about wanting to do a short film. Now, the prospect of even wanting to do a short film was going to be costly. So, okay, maybe we can just do a trailer. And so that's how the ball got rolling with that. We just wanted to do a test shot, with a special camera called the Red. Beautiful camera, wonderful, very cinematic. And that's how that got started. We just started doing test shots.
So at some point you obviously thought that you could put together a short with it.
Right.
Had you already cast before that, or was there continuing casting going on? Because the casting was brilliant, not only from a performance aspect. The people look like the real characters to a great extent. And I thought, wow, how do you find someone who really looks like them and can nail the performances? I mean,
we've been very fortunate in our castings, and I do not recommend this for anyone, I never wrote a script for it. I really only had in mind a trailer. But once we got a hold of this camera, we just steamrolled with it.
and you really pulled it together. I mean, the locations were amazing. Where were the locations?
Oh, you know what? We were at the Governor's Mansion. Governor's Mansion acted as our Ford's Theater. And then we shot in Old Town Sac, where we had our scaffold, our gallows constructed.
Were all your exteriors done there, or did you jump around for that as well?
No, we jumped around. Sutter's Fort let us go in there and shoot some of the scaffold scenes as well. Some of Mary Surratt's prison scenes we shot down there, and some of their jail cells down there.
Right.
So, yeah, the casting was an interesting thing too, because we didn't even shoot the courtroom scenes until the very last things we shot, and it took a while to assemble.